Welcome to day 2 of my travel to Marsabit. I like waking up early in the morning, particularly this day. Woke up early in the morning to read my Bible and just say a prayer. It's important to say a prayer to God. And when I stepped out, it was quite a good day. I can see that bike. I remember checking out that Kibo bike, which was in that place. Remember, I spent the night in Camp Ndoto. It's a good camp. You should pay a visit, especially the sound of the birds chirping, the monkeys jumping up and down. It's a good place to camp at. It's like a Masai Mara in Samburu. It's a good place. You can hear the sounds of the birds early in the morning. It's a good sight to wake up to. So I went up to my bike, just checking it out. It's always good to check out your bike before you ride. So this is Camp Ndoto. You can see the tents, quite comfortable. That is a camping area. You can also come and camp outside, complete with the fireplace, showers. So this is a camp. You can see the tents. They're quite good. So I came to my bike and realized I had lost a bolt completely out. It was broken in its socket. So the day began early with repairs. I couldn't move with that broken, I would say, rear footrest. I had to remove it. I like especially using the ratchet. It makes your work quite simple. And removing those long bolts. So when you're doing these kind of travels, it's always good to carry your repair kit. You never know what will happen. Sometimes you want to dismantle the whole bike to make a repair. And it's always good, if you're a long distance traveler, to know your bike inside out. How do you access some things? Like I was saying, I like the ratchet. Makes your work quite simple in removing those bolts and nuts. Particularly like the sound of the ratchet. Makes sure that your work is being done. So this particular bolt that was stuck in its socket, I had to get it removed later on. So after repairing the bike, I got on my way around 9 a.m. and I realized that actually Ngurnit is in Samburu. So I had traversed from Marsabit all the way to Samburu. You can check that the boundaries. So Ngurnit is actually in Samburu, quite inside. So I began my journey at 9 a.m. It's not easy in the sun. You can see I'm doing speeds of 20, 30. You do high speeds in wrong tires, you risk skidding. You don't want to skid and fall, have an accident in this place. You can see maneuvering is quite difficult. Yeah, quite difficult in the sun, especially piles and piles of sand in the sand dunes. It's not easy. It's not easy. So I made a quick stop at this place just to check the distance I had come. And you can see those mountains are quite far, and that's where I was. That's where Ngurnit is. This is the junction to go to Loyangalani. Quite a long journey to Loyangalani from here. almost 150 kilometers of off-road. You want to go to Loyangalani, you want to go to Lake Turkana, do that. That was my tank bag with my essentials. And these are some of the works being done by Camp Kef, creating sustainable environments and places for the communities. Like this is an ECD class. Remember, just going to business out there. So like I'm saying, I had time to enjoy in the sands, getting it's not easy. It's not easy to be in the sand. It's not easy. I had time to enjoy this, getting stuck, digging my tires in. These are places you get your tires in the sand. After that, I left Gurnit, passed by a town called Namarei, and that's where I took a junction straight to Korr, and then later to Kargi. So like I was telling you, it's very difficult to do these off-roads. You can see my speeds just between 40 and 60. Actually, it's difficult to get to 60. 40 is the maximum. Those ripples, when vehicles and motorcycles go through the road, they make ripples which creates lots and lots of discomfort. It's not a smooth road, it's just bumpy from the word go. Bumpy road. If you don't find sand ripples, you find rocks. At least these roads are at least maintained. Some are quite bad. So you can imagine now doing speeds of 60, 80, 100 and you fall. It's not something that you want to find yourself in. I remember it was in the dry season. Drought had hit this area. You can see this is a carcass of a goat or maybe a sheep. It was not an easy sight. I really pitied these guys. Scorching hot, animals dying. It was difficult. It was a difficult sight. You know, some of these things you see them on the news. You see vultures circling above. You know something is dead. There's a carcass somewhere. So it was not this only the only one. Actually, some locals were saying that it was long before the rains hit this area. So this is a Kargi CITAM mission. That's where I went to spend my night. It's a good place. So I left at 9 a.m. arrived Kargi at 3 p.m. You can see my boots were so sticky. My bike had got a beating. The front shock was really not in a very good condition. I remember buying fuel here at 180. Ninataka tu kuweka ndani. You don't want to lose a drop. By that time there was no short, so it was selling at 180 at that time.
Hata tone moja ni expensive. Hiyo ikiwa hapo inaweza nisukuma. Hiyo itanisukuma mbali. Hiyo.